Now, Jack, lots of clients coming to you and they're saying, I'm eating the right number of calories, I'm exercising more than ever, but I'm still not seeing the results that I want to see. What do you ask them? Where do you go from there?
You know, one of the things that people don't understand is weight loss is very multifaceted. There's several things that could trip up your weight loss goals. One of the things I really like to hone in on is, what are you drinking every day? What type of calories are you ingesting?
And what do people normally say they're drinking that's derailing them?
A lot of the things that they get derailed on is they're picking up flavored coffees, or they're drinking diet colas, or even orange juice is a big one.
And these liquids, they're kind of hard to measure, and the manufacturers are pretty sneaky with those labels.
Sure, a lot of them have, 2.5 servings per container. I mean, if you're looking at a container like this, there's 21 grams in a serving, and there's 2.5 in this container. Your body really shouldn't have any more from the 15 to 30 grams at a time.
And I don't know about you, but if I picked this up, I don't think I would drink 1.5% of it. I would probably drink the whole thing. So the number one liquid that we should be drinking,
it's definitely water.
Is definitely water. For me, as a woman versus men, how much water should we be drinking every day?
9 cups typically for females, 13 for males, and it's going to depend on how much exercise you're doing, how hot is it out, how humid it is. But that's a pretty good average for people.
So Jack, tell me a little bit about the benefits of drinking just water.
The benefits are just enormous. They're going to help detoxify your body. They're going to help keep your body in what's known as homeostasis. And that means where your body has to be all the time. That's going to increase your metabolism. It's going to help drive nutrients where they have to be. It's going to even help your skin. I mean, there's so many benefits to water alone. It's just absolutely amazing.
All right, so I've got 2 different types of water per se here. I've got your plain old tap water.
Sure.
And I've got your spring bottled water. But you say these two, they're not necessarily created equal.
Absolutely not, Caroline. The FDA regulates our bottled water, while the EPA regulates our tap water. For example, the FDA actually has fewer regulations. There are certain parasites that they don't even test for that could cause major harm in patients with weakened immune system or the elderly. A 4-year study conducted by a nonprofit National Resource Defense Council found that bottled water regulations are inadequate to ensure consumers either purity or safety. An independent research council found that that rules and regulations for bottled water companies leave a lot to be desired. Standards don't assure consumers 100% when it comes to safety of purified or bottled water.
Okay, so tap water though, that is going to be tested for maybe any harmful parasites out there.
Tap water is tested, and studies have shown that 1/4 of all bottled waters is just tap water.
Yeah, so these bottled water right here, this could just be tap water.
Yeah, it could even be tap water without any filtration.
So going back to those often deceiving labels, says spring water right here, but the FDA does allow bottlers to label things spring water even though it might be containing harmful chemicals.
Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee on spring water if it's even coming from a pure spring.
And there are still even more reasons why you're not a big fan of these plastic bottles. Instead, you say look for glass bottles.
Sure, I mean, plastic bottles contain a chemical called phthalates, which are chemicals that give plastic water bottles just basic flexibility. These are proven to disrupt your endocrine system and can actually cause massive amount of weight gains.
So you advise people to use those water filtration systems. I know I have one at home, Brita, Zero Water, and you even say look for those glass bottles. You want to protect yourself from the chemicals that can be found in those plastic bottles. But Jack, drinking water all day long, it is so boring. What are some suggestions that you have to maybe mix it up during the day?
Sure, to spice up your water, try adding some lemon, lime, orange slices. You'll have a delicious citrus taste. I mean, you could even change it up by using some mint, lemongrass, parsley, or cucumbers. You could even try boiling down some ginger.
That's a good idea.
It'll give it a little spice.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of seltzer water right now, and I've been drinking the flavored. Sometimes I drink the plain. What's your take on these? Do they get your stamp of approval?
Sure, I mean, I do like the glass bottled ones, like Perrier. I mean, these are some of the best ones for you. They do have a little carbonation in them. They're a little bit different than water, and you could spice these up as well.
All right, so some other maybe teas that we could drink during the day that you
Yeah,
suggest?
black, green tea. They could even increase your metabolism. And if you wanted a little bit of antioxidants in here, you could even put a little blueberries or berries, just crush a little bit, or give it a little different flavor.
Ooh, it'll make me feel like I'm at a spa. Now, I've heard, a bartender would probably know this, club soda and tonic water, they look pretty much the same in a glass, they taste different, but which is the one that we should be choosing when we go to the bar to order a drink?
You know, there's a huge difference within the two of these. And if you're going to look at a label of something like tonic water, you know, one serving, for example, contains 21 grams of sugar.
Yikes.
If you look at something like club soda, I mean, there's absolutely no calories in there. There's no carbohydrates or added sugar. So it's going to make a big difference in the ingredients.
Okay, so club soda is the way to go when we need a mixer for our drink.
Sure, and you're going to have a lot of hidden sugars in this.
So Jack, I want to talk a little bit about sports drinks. I always see the commercials, the ads. It sounds like it's really good for you. They contain electrolytes. But to be honest, what are electrolytes, and are these a good choice?
Well, electrolytes are essential in your body. I mean, you have to have electrolytes, you know, sodium and potassium. But one of the things we worry about is sodium specifically. When you actually have too little sodium in your body, your brain could actually swell. It's a condition known as hyponatremia. So you are going to need these things, but there's specific rules when you would need them. I mean, if you look at something like Gatorade that has 2.5 servings in there, each serving is 21 grams of sugar. If you're walking or doing something low intensity, you're not going to need the sugar at all.
Okay, so I want to talk about the average person like me. I'm not training for an Ironman or a marathon. Is this going to be a good choice for me during my workout or afterwards?
No, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't be used properly. You know, one of the great things about this is it's great when you're really intensely working out. You know, as you work out, your body needs electrolytes. You need these electrolytes to keep your blood sugar level. But this is after 90 to 100 minutes.
Wow.
So the average person going to a gym, walking on a treadmill is not going to need Gatorade. It's actually going to be a detriment to them. Instead of burning your own fat for calories, you're going to use the sugar in this for the calories. So you just went to the gym and walked for an hour and you've done nothing.
You've basically come out at zero. So Jack, a really good friend of mine says they drink coconut water all the time. They love it. They drink it after their workout. Is that something that you recommend? Is that going to be a good choice?
You know, it is a little bit better of a choice, and one of the main reasons is you have artificial sweeteners in Gatorade and these sports drinks, which could actually cause dehydration.
Right.
It could lead to some health issues. Coconut water is more natural. It does have a little bit of that sugar and some of the electrolytes, which will be a little bit more natural source.